Because we have to talk about the time we stalked the Jonas Brothers. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Cousin
Connection
Podcast. I know you know the intro. You were supposed to be part of that. You know the intro.
Oh my god!
Just let you have your moment. Okay.
Wait, before we get into the episode, there's something I've regretted like wholeheartedly.
And what's that?
I completely regret telling people to go to the gym.
Why is that?
Stop going to the gym, okay? You're taking up all the equipment and you don't know what you're doing with it, okay? You know how hard it is to get any equipment at 5 or 6 p.m.? I know, okay, you're going at rush hour or whatever, but it used to be manageable. Now, literally, like, you're waiting 30 minutes for a squat rack. For a guy who's doing rows. I've talked about this before, but now it's getting to the point where like you bump into people if you take 2 steps to the left or right when you're not looking. It's so many people now.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, but
yeah,
what happened to the gym culture that you so
that's
proudly
the thing. No.
about?
Okay. You know, that's why I regret it. Because like, you know what? No, gym culture is toxic, guys. You should be completely scared of going to the gym. I'm trying to like get people away.
Why are you saying that?
Because it's too full, okay?
So go in the morning.
Okay. No. You know what?
What?
I was cool with it Monday to Friday. Because Monday to Friday, you know, that's regular, whatever, right? But when it starts getting overpacked on a Sunday or Saturday morning, I'm like, okay, now what's going on here? Because you guys were not early birds before. Like, why is it so busy? Even people, I had a couple friends who literally switched from going in the afternoon to going early in the morning when the gym opens. And they said even in the morning, they can't get equipment. That's how busy it is.
Because I'm sure everyone has that mentality of like, if I go at 9 a.m. when the gym opens.
5 a.m. What even 9 a.m.?
Your gym closes at like 10 p.m. So I assumed it was like 9 to 10 or something.
Nah. What?
I don't know.
It'll close at 11 actually.
All right. Okay, but still, it's not 24 hours. That's what we're trying to get at. But still, the fact that like, I'm sure many people have that mentality of like, let me go when they first open. So everyone's going when they first open.
But like,
you know when it won't be
at
busy?
5 a.m. it's getting busy now?
Go at like 10 p.m. It'll probably be ghost town.
It's not.
Y'all be going to the gym at 10 p.m.?
I used to go.
A lot of people.
10 p.m.?
Yeah.
Damn, I'd be sleeping at that.
I'll leave at the gym at 8 p.m. and some boys will message me later and be like, yo, we missed you. I was like, when did you go? They're like, oh, like 9. I'm like, what? What are you going at 9 p.m. to the gym? And like they'll play ball for an hour before they even working out. And like, how do you even have that much time? I don't know, man. I'm just saying, you know what? Find another gym.
Just don't go to his gym.
Okay. I'm done being selfish. Let's go to the real topic.
All right, guys. So I feel like this is a very much anticipated episode.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, if you're not already following me on Instagram, which shameless plug right now, it's at Sara Lee with a bunch of A's and a bunch of E's. Amir will just put it somewhere here.
No, I won't.
Yeah, he will. It's in our description, by the way, on YouTube, so you can find it there. Anyways, last weekend I was actually in LA and Vegas.
So she's the reason we missed an episode. Okay, guys, it's not me at all.
To be fair, as soon as I knew I was going, I messaged Amir and I said, "You need to find a new co-host this week." But let me set up the story so you guys know why I just randomly went to LA / Vegas. Because, like, why is a hijabi in Vegas, right? Like, doesn't make sense. Anyways, let's set the scene, okay? Last week, Monday.
Yeah.
For you guys, it'll be 2 weeks now by the time you listen to this. But last week, Monday, I was just working from home that day. I get a random FaceTime call from his sister, my cousin Aisha. I'm like, oh, okay. What's up? Maybe she wants to just randomly catch up, like, in the middle of the workday. Okay, cool. So I answer. I'm like, hey, how's it going? She's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, working. What's up? And she goes, so are you free this weekend? And I was like, yeah, I should be. Why? Are you coming to Toronto? And she's like, no. So just listen to this. I'm like, okay, cool. I have to read you the email because I actually have it.
Email?
Yeah, it was an email.
I thought y'all were on a call.
Yeah, no. But she read me the email.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay. So she reads to me. Damn, there's a lot of photos. I got to scroll a bit. Hold on. Here we go. Hi, Aisha. Coming to you with a super exclusive and exciting invite from the Jonas Brothers. we are thrilled to offer you and a guest seats on the Jonas Brothers Air for their invite-only flyaway trip to Las Vegas on Saturday, February 18th for the ultimate and immersive preview of their new album. Once in Vegas, you'll be shuttled to fly over for a 360-degree flight ride experience set to unreleased songs from the new album. You'll meet the brothers and enjoy food and drinks before heading to the MGM for premium seats at the Jonas Brothers
And
concert.
if you guys know Sara, and you've listened to this podcast previously, you know how crazy this would have been, or how big of a deal this would have been.
So I was like, there's no way that's real. She's like, it is so real. Like, there is no one else I could think of that has to, like, you have to come with me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, say less. I'll call you back in like 20 minutes. She's like, okay, cool. So what did I do? Called up my coworker. I was like, hey, bestie, Jord, if you're listening to this, shout out to you. I'm like, here's my situation. I have the opportunity to meet the Jonas Brothers on Saturday. She's like, sorry, what? So I'm like, yeah. So can you cover for me for Thursday and Friday? I need to fly to LA. And she's like, yeah, go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I did what any responsible.
Yeah, such cool coworkers. Honestly, if I told that to my boss, he'd be like, I guess you're missing it then.
Well, here's what I did, right? I did what like any millennial I feel like does nowadays. Is like they book the trip and then they tell them.
Yeah.
So I booked the ticket.
Yeah.
Like I found one and I was like,
if they said no, would you have just like been like, sorry guys, I'm just going.
She's called in sick.
Calling in sick.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could have done that.
So I book the tickets like maybe 20, 30 minutes after the call. And I realized I'm like, oh shit, this is like during the work, like Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be working or supposed to be working. So then I submitted a little vacation request to my manager. Yeah. Obviously it was the end of the day at this point, so he didn't see it. The next day, it's now Tuesday, and we're in this like really big meeting with like directors and everything. Like it's cameras on. I see a little email notification saying your vacation was approved, and I wanted to scream. I was like, on camera trying to contain.
But you already knew it was approved, didn't you?
I know, but now it's like official. I didn't have to feel guilty or like make up a story. Yeah. So now I was like, all right, it's in full swing. I'm like, my schedule has been moved around. I have the time off. Amazing. So I'm texting your sister like, it's official. I'm coming to LA. So fast forward to now Thursday. I fly out to LA and it was the longest journey of my life because I decided to go through Chicago, which I've been to Chicago O'Hare Airport like a bunch of times now. And I don't think I ever want to go back.
Yeah, I don't know why you never just get I guess it's more expensive to take the direct flight, but still.
It was $2,000. Yeah, because it was Monday.
It was like,
and I was trying to fly out Thursday, like 3 days later.
But it's $2,000.
Yeah, it was wild
for an economy flight.
Yeah, like if it was first class, I might have been like, you know what, Jonas Brothers are worth it and check out. But like it was an economy.
How? So. Yo, these airlines are going crazy with their prices. I don't know.
I know. So I was like, whatever. I got the ticket. Thursday comes along. I'm basically spending my entire Thursday at Pearson and then in Chicago O'Hare. I eventually get to LA at like, it was like 1 a.m. by the time I got to Aisha's apartment. And I was so like...
This 1 a.m. Thursday night?
Technically Friday.
Yeah.
So... I'm just like excited to be there, but I don't think it like hit me, you know? Like I was just like, we were just FaceTiming like 2 days ago. Like this is so weird that I'm here now, but whatever, it's fine. So Friday we have like a normal day. We were honestly just running errands. Yeah. Like went out for lunch, whatever. It was like a chill day. Then I think like as like nighttime approached, because it was the next day, Saturday. Yeah. That's when I was like, oh my god, we're like we're actually like, I don't think you guys, let me tell you guys, okay, I think I first became a fan when I was like 14 or 15. I am now 30, so like over 10 years of being a fan and like stalking their lives. I sound like such a creep now, but
he literally used to stalk their lives.
All right, we'll get into that later.
We have the stories. We've recorded the stories.
We will get into that later, but I was safe to say I was a true fangirl. Now in my age at this point, like I'm not a fangirl, but I'm like 15-year-old me would have like died if I ever imagined that I could meet them. So Saturday comes along and we were like, you know what, we're just like not gonna do anything. We're just gonna get ready. We're gonna spend the whole day getting ready.
What?
So we actually worked out in the morning and then we had like a nice breakfast and then we just went into getting ready. Yeah. So they sent us an Uber to pick us up and they took us to like, it's like a part of LAX, but like the side, like where the private planes are.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it was a private jet. So that's why I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Oh, you
like,
thought you were going to be like sitting down on your own seat. People coming out. Would you like a drink? Would you like some?
I mean, it was still like that. But
Yeah.
it was actually like a chartered flight, like, you know, domestic flights.
Yeah.
It was like a big, huge plane
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of other like influencers.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time we got there, like the plane was pretty full. So we were like walking through. And as I'm walking through, I'm like, oh my God, I recognize that person. Oh my God, I know that person. Oh my, I just watched their TikTok like 2 days ago. You know who was there? David Dobrig's assistant, Natalie.
Oh, she was there
She
too?
was like sitting right like diagonal.
Honestly, she's around our age, like maybe few years younger.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'm pretty sure she's probably like in the Jonas Brothers era, I feel. Maybe near the end.
Yeah, a lot of them looked like they were around our age,
Yeah.
some younger.
Yeah. Did they all seem like they were fans of the Jonas Brothers? I don't know if you could like talk to them or anything.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them were like big fans.
Yeah.
Some of them were just like they were big enough fans to like want to come to this. And so then we are on the flight, and then the girls that sat behind us, we've never seen them before, didn't know who they were, but they were like huge fans. Like they dressed up for this event and everything. So we were like excited, and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. So we fly over to Vegas. It's like a 45-minute flight. They had the Jonas Brothers, like they have a brand of popcorn.
Yeah.
It was actually really good. I should have brought it, but I left it for Aisha.
Like
So
it says like Jonas popcorn or something like that, or
no, it's called Rob's Backstage Popcorn.
Rob's Backstage Popcorn?
Yeah, I think they named it after Big Rob.
Big Rob, the security guard?
Oh, you know who
Who
that is?
died?
What?
What do you mean?
Big Rob died?
Yeah, from
No, he
Wait,
didn't.
did he die? Let me.
Oh my God, he did not die. Shut up. I would have known that.
Yeah, he was Rob Dyrdek's friend, and like he had a whole TV show with him, right?
Who the hell are you talking about?
No, I think you're thinking about somebody else.
Big
That
Rob,
was
the
from,
Jonas
like,
Brothers bodyguard.
The guy with the skateboard, right?
Yeah,
That's a different security. That's a different guy.
Oh, really? Okay, but they're both. I think they're both named Big Rob or something
Big Rob
like
is
that.
like a big black guy. He's in Burning Up.
What's the skateboard guy's name again?
Rob Dyrdek. But like he had a show on MTV.
Yeah, I remember.
With his friend, and his friend was also, and his security guard was
They
basically.
had a show together.
Yeah, and wasn't his name Big Rob? It was Big
Robin
something.
Big, I think.
Was it Robin Big? So
No
yeah,
way.
Google it. Come on, guys.
This guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what was his name?
That's not his name is Big
Yeah, it was
Black
Big Black.
Boykin.
Oh, Big Black. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I thought he was Big Robert.
His name is Christopher Boykin.
Isn't Christopher like another another name for Christopher? Like it can be changed to Rob.
No, that's
No?
Robert.
Oh, Robert.
No.
no, it isn't. Robert is Dick.
No, it's Bob.
Bob. No, Bob can also
That's
be.
Richard.
Oh,
is
Richard. Yo, white people names are weird.
They got some interesting nicknames. No, okay, they're
Are
both.
we gonna get demonetized for saying that?
No, I don't think so. They're both like big black guys,
Yeah.
but this is a different Big Rob.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the Jonas Brothers Big Rob. He was like a long time
Okay.
security
He's
guard.
well alive. Sorry, guys. You know?
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God. I was like, oh, he died.
Yeah.
So I think they named it after him.
Yeah.
And they had the popcorn on every single seat, and then they had these like, you know where your headrest is?
Yeah.
They had these like Jonas Brothers covers. You best believe I took it.
Oh,
I
was it
literally
like the
ripped it off.
T-shirt or something? Or
No, it's just like a little like a cloth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It has their name on it.
Because I know sometimes they do that where they put like a T-shirt on every shirt, on every chair, like merch, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I got merch. I
Oh,
should
you
have
got
worn it
merch?
today, but I
Okay.
just so I'll get to the merch.
Yeah.
So we get to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and we get on these big shuttle buses
Yeah.
to take us to this like, I think it's called Flyover 360. I don't know. It's like this experience in Vegas where you're strapped into these chairs,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this huge 360
Oh, it's like a VR
screen.
experience. Yeah.
Exactly, and you're like flying over. Like the chair is
Mhm.
just moving, and there's wind and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was cool. We got to like listen to the new, like preview the new songs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like scenery
Yeah.
there. But so we go into the room, and there's like a bunch of influencers there, and I'm seeing like really big ones. Like
Mhm.
I was already shook by seeing the influencers, let alone the brothers. Okay.
Yeah.
So we get into the room, and then we're like, there's a huge bar. There's like photo backdrops and stuff, like reporters, everything.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is like legit. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to act anymore. I'm just like shook. So I'm like trying to take it in, like, and I think leading up to this moment, like I wasn't nervous. I was like, I'm gonna tell them about my podcast. I'm gonna make them like say hi in a video. Like I was ready. And then I saw Kevin Jonas and I lost all cool. Like I lost my chill. I was just like, I don't even know what my name is anymore.
I can see it in the photos.
He just he walks by.
Yeah.
And he stops right in front of me and he says hi to, his name is Cord Overstreet. He's from Glee, you know, the blonde guy?
Yes, I know him.
And then I was like, oh my God, he's here too.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of Glee like that, but it was just the fact that like I recognized him, you know? So, oh, you unplugged your mic?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, your headphones?
Act natural.
I was like, is it mine or yours? So I'm like seeing this happen, then like Kevin just leaves, and then I'm looking around and I see Joe and then I see Nick, and I was like full on like shooketh, like I didn't even know what to say. So I'm looking at Aisha and she's still like she kept her cool at this point.
I think she's used to it at this point.
No.
Okay.
So then I'm like fully freaking out at this point, but like trying to keep my cool. And then they're like talking to her. There's like 100 people, right? So they're talking to everyone. And I'm like trying to build up like the confidence of like, what am I even going to say? What's my name? Like, what am I going to tell them? I don't even know. What do I say? I'm a longtime fan. I don't know. So then Joe is like inching closer and closer towards us. I don't remember where Kevin went.
Were you guys like in a line waiting for him? Or?
No, you're kind of just like in this open space. Like, there's a bar. People are getting
just
drinks.
walking around saying hi to everyone.
Exactly.
Okay.
So then Joe is like, you see where this camera is?
Yeah.
He was that far from us.
Yeah.
And then Aisha's like, I'm just going to say hi. I was like, what? Right now? She's like, yeah. He's not talking to anyone. I'm going to just say hi.
Yeah.
So she waves and he comes over to us. And I was like, oh my God. Like, you're real?
Sometimes you forget they're actual people.
So he says hi to us.
Yeah.
Okay. He like hugs us or whatever. He asks us our name. I don't even think I told him my name. I think I said like, yeah, my name is Sara.
Yeah.
But then she was like, yeah, we've been fans for such a long time. We were such big fans. He's like, you were big fans?
Oh,
and I was like,
no,
we are big fans. So now he's like laughing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, WTF, like, is this real? Like, is he actually right in front of us?
Yeah.
And then as we're talking, Nick turns around, and I don't know, anyone who knows me in real, like, y'all know I was a Nick girl. Okay.
Wait. Please tell me which one is Nick.
Amir. I will show you.
Okay.
He's
Joe?
the one that's
The one that
married
we
to the Indian one.
Oh,
Priyanka.
Yeah. Okay.
You know Nick, right?
Yeah.
We saw him in Abu
Okay.
Dhabi.
Yeah. The baby one, the young one.
The youngest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Now I know him. Yeah. He's Nick.
Yes.
Okay.
So, fun fact, in December of 2021, I actually flew to Abu Dhabi with Aisha for VidCon, and Nick was a performer there.
Yeah. Wasn't it the whole group?
No, it was just him.
Oh, it was just him. Okay.
Him, Kaylani, which I love Kaylani too, but like Nick was there, and like I didn't actually find out that Nick was performing until after the trip was already planned. Like I was already excited to go.
Yeah.
But this was like the highlight of my life.
Yeah.
And I was so close that like we were making eye contact.
Yeah.
I
was literally like 20 of you guys in the room. No?
Yeah, I was like screaming. I was the only one screaming his song lyrics back to him. He's like, this chick is crazy, but whatever. I'm gonna get my bag. Like I'm just gonna sing.
Yeah.
But now he was like right beside me. He turns around and I don't even think I was breathing at this point. He goes, hi, I'm Nick. I was like, yeah, I know. I told him my name, and then I think I blacked out at this point.
Yeah.
And then Aisha's like, yeah, let's get a photo together. So we take a photo. He put his arms around me, and I was like, we're just gonna do a nikah, honestly, at this point. Like, it's pretty serious. Like, we're just gonna do it. So we took a photo, which will be inserted here. You guys can just live out my fangirl dreams.
Yeah, you'll see her doing the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, you looked so like starstruck.
I was starstruck.
She was like
if Starstruck had like a photo attached to it, it would be her.
It was like she was starstruck, but she was really trying to act cool.
Yeah, literally.
That's what the photo is.
Your smile said like I'm cool. Your eyes said,
I know. I was like,
what's going on?
like, oh my god. So we take the photo, and then I don't remember like how the conversation ended, but we thanked them. They're like, we hope you guys. They're telling us like, go listen to the new album, like get some merch. We hope you guys enjoy. We're like, okay, thank you so much, like whatever. they walk away, and I just looked at Aisha, and I was like, I couldn't speak. I had no words. I was just silent. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay." And then I think it hit her like, did we just meet them? Like, did we actually just meet them? I was like, yeah. I don't know what I don't have the words.
Shout out to Kevin, by the way.
Let me tell you about Kevin. Listen, Kevin.
That's for some reason, like Nick and Joe, I always mix up. But Kevin, I always know, because for some reason he was always one who's like the oldest one, who's always married already. So like none of the girls really went after him. He was like,
no,
just
we
chill.
love Kevin, and we wanted to meet him. But then at this, like right after we met the boys, they like the workers were like, go listen to that. Like they were really pushing us to go listen. Yeah. So we were like, okay, well, fine, whatever. It's like going to be 5 minutes. It's not going to be that long. So we go, and you have to like walk down this really dark corridor, which I actually recorded. I recorded the whole thing. Somehow I feel like I was having an outer body experience the whole time. But anyways, I recorded it. It's here if you need the footage. We walk down this dark corridor. There's like security guards are checking our bags. They lock up your phone, smartwatch, everything. Yeah. Then they're like, okay, you're going to be in this like immersive experience. So we stand in this like thing, this like circle room. There's screens everywhere. The boys are talking about the album. We're like, okay, cool. This is exciting. And then it was done. We're like, okay, I guess that was it. And they're like, oh no, where your guys are about to go in. Like it's a 25-minute ride.
Oh, it was like an intro to
exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
We're like 25 minutes. We're gonna miss the boys. Like what the heck? Yeah. So then we were pissed. We're like, is it too late to get out? Yeah. So we're like, whatever. We'll just go in. We'll listen to it. And it was a cool experience. Like it was cool. I'm not gonna say it wasn't cool. It was cool. Yeah. And then we left. And then this is where we got the merch. So we got these hoodies and like hats. Yeah. So we're like, okay, cool. So we take that with us. Then there's like food, which I believe their dad has a restaurant in, I want to say Texas, but like they're opening a branch in Las Vegas as well. So they catered the event, which
I won't trust it until Keith Lee reviews
right?
it. Yeah.
I mean, the biscuits were pretty good. But then, so then we get it. And then at this point, the boys are now doing press interviews. Yeah. So we're like kind of just watching and recording them from there. And then I turn around and I see Elise Myers. I don't know if you know Elise Myers.
Who's Elise Myers?
You have to know her. She's like really big on TikTok. Let me show you.
There's a lot of people who are big on TikTok now. It's so saturated.
I know. But like, I feel like you've seen this girl before.
Is she?
Have you seen her before?
She looks very familiar.
She does like a lot of story times.
She looks a little familiar, but I don't know her.
Oh, I do know her.
So I see her.
Yeah. She's the one with the taco story.
Yes, the one with the taco story. So I see her and I'm like I smiled at first because I was shook, right? Yeah. But then she smiled and she said hi and I was like, all right, I'm just going to talk to her. Yeah. So I was like, I just have to say I'm a really big fan. And then her husband, who coincidentally, his name is Jonas.
No, it isn't.
He's like, hi, I'm Jonas.
That's why she got invited.
So I'm like, hi, yeah, I know. Like, I watch your TikToks all the time. You're so funny. Then we're just having like a normal conversation. She's saying how cool this is, whatever. Yeah. This was after we got our merch, and I noticed that they were wearing these black long sleeve shirts that said Jonas Brothers in the corner. Yeah. And I really wanted one because, black is obviously my color. So I was like, where'd you get that shirt? Yeah. She was like, oh, yeah, like we lost our luggage when we got here. And so they gave us some extra shirts because they felt bad for us. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Like, where'd you get it? And she was like, I don't think they're giving it out. And then her husband goes, do you want this one? And I was like, the one that you're wearing? And he's like, yeah, I got it on mine. And I was like, no. You literally just said you lost your luggage. How horrible of a person would it be?
You see a guy walk around with no shirt on?
To be like, yeah, you know what, give it to me. Like, they were so nice.
Are they Arab?
No.
Oh, okay. No, that's a very Arab thing.
Oh, I know. Like, yeah. But I was like so taken aback. I'm like, what? No, I'm not going to take your shirt from you. I was just asking. Yeah. So then they were like, oh, we got it from that guy. So they pointed him out. I was like, okay, cool. I'll just ask him. But I'm like, thank you. That's very nice of you. Like, they were so nice. Loved them. I don't think she's ever going to listen to this, but if on the off chance that you are.
Don't worry, we'll hashtag her in the thing, in the clip.
But I wish I had asked for a photo, but I was just so like, I'm telling you, I was in a trance. Like, I don't think I was fully like there, all up there, I was already on a high. So then we go to the guy who's giving out the merch, and we were like, he was wearing it too. I was like, hey, do you have any more of those black shirts? And he was like, Yeah, but they're not part of the, like, we're not just giving them out. They're actually for sale.
Oh, they're like crew shirts? Oh.
What? Yeah, like they're selling them. They're the merch that they're selling. I was like, oh, like how much is it? And he was like 45. I was like, US? He goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada, so that's like $60. He was like, oh. He's like, yeah, I'm from, I don't remember where he was from, but close. Somewhere close, where he said he's basically Canadian.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then we kind of bonded over like that.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and he talks to the coworker and he goes, hey, do you know if we have any more of these shirts? And I was like, so I look at Aisha and we're both like, is he gonna get us some shirts? Yeah. So then he's like, okay, don't move and don't say a word. I'm gonna go get you guys shirts. What sizes do you want? I was like, really? So he goes and like disappears for like 10 minutes and we're like, man, should we just go? Like, I think he got in trouble. But I saw him because he was coming back with the manager and he looks at me and he's like, as he's walking by me. So I'm like, he's getting us the shirts. Yeah. And then he gave it to us for free. Okay. Yeah. And I was like, thank you so much. You're the best.
Clearly, he was from close to the Canadian border. You know, he got a little back.
Because I told him I flew in for this. Yeah. He's like, wow, you're that big of a fan. I'm like, yes. So then we had to get our tickets to the concert. And at this point, like the boys were going to basically get ready for the show. So now we're going back into the shuttle to go to the concert venue, the MGM. Yeah. So we walk into the arena and, no, it wasn't an arena.
It looked like a concert hall or something.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
We walk in and I'm like, expecting to sit in like the nosebleeds. Yeah. We were floor tickets. Okay.
Floor. Wait, how many people were in this place?
It looked like maybe like 15,000 people.
15? What?
Yeah. Maybe 15.
I legit thought you guys were. I thought you guys were like just in a small concert hall.
It was small. Is 15,000 a lot?
15,000 is a lot, Sara.
Okay, look. This is what it looks like. Is that 15,000?
Actually, that is pretty big.
Yeah, it's 15,000, right?
Because I thought this was like
15,000.
I thought it was like an exclusive, like just influencers thing.
No. So they have. I think it's either a residency or they're on tour. So this was just a stop on their tour that they organized all of this other stuff to be around. So this was like their second night in Vegas.
Well, why'd they make it so secretive for the album thing if it was already out?
The album's not out yet.
Oh, so they were like their previous stuff.
Yes. So then we're like realizing how close we are to the stage. Yeah. And then I was like then it hit me like, oh my God, in my 15 years of being a fan, I've never actually gone to a Jonas Brothers concert. And here I am at a Jonas Brothers concert. Yeah. So then, you know me. Okay.
Being invited technically by them.
Yes. And I don't think you guys know, like when I say that I am a fan, it's like, you know that TikTok? Am I a Nicki fan? Am I a Jonas fan? I looked up the set list because I wanted to know what songs they were going to sing. And I obviously downloaded them.
You didn't have to. You probably already knew half of them.
Oh, yeah. I knew all the songs. And then they had some DJ, whatever. It was their brother-in-law that played it. The DJ set, whatever. And then
you got to hook up the family, you know?
The lights come off. And you know that adrenaline? Yeah. Right before your favorite star comes out? And everyone's like screaming their minds off. And I was screaming my mind, like totally screaming. Then they come out and I like totally lost my shit. Yeah. Like completely.
It's like those things where like something crazy is happening, you just black out, and then you just find themselves at the end of it. They're like, what just happened?
That was me though. That was me. I was literally screaming the Jonas Brothers lyrics with like one of the biggest TikTokers next to me, and I had no idea who she was. Yeah. I don't know if you know her. I don't know if you watch Kat TikTok.
Yeah, I love Kat TikTok.
You know the one with Junie? I think her name is Junie. That really super cute cat that sleeps wherever.
There's a lot of cat TikToks I watch.
You'll know.
Literally, my TikTok is literally just gym stuff and cat videos. That's it. And then the random stuff that it hears me say.
Here it is. This girl. Do you know this one?
Nah.
Oh, you haven't seen her before?
Nah.
Have you seen her?
That shows you how many TikTokers there are. Like, you can show us 10 different TikTokers. I'll probably know 2 of them.
So she was next to me with her friend. Yeah. And we were, and obviously Aisha and like the girls from before.
Oh, the ones
that were sitting behind us on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here's a side story. Yeah. They love the Jonas Brothers so much, probably as much as we did. Yeah. But they were too scared to say hi, so they didn't. I know. But they recorded us talking to Joe.
Why? Yeah, you know what? Honestly,
I yelled at them and I kind of feel bad. I was like, why didn't you talk to them?
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
But then again, like, I don't have a lot of people. Like, I don't admire like big celebrities like that. It's usually like people who are in a field that I admire. Like when I saw the 4 y'all guys at an event once, I never went up and said anything.
But I feel like you guys are all in the same vibe. Like, they're introverted, you're introverted.
Yeah, exactly. So but like, I should have probably said something at that time, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have. Like, sometimes it's just that initial like hi.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the girls didn't speak to them, which made me sad for them, because like, you're gonna come all the way here and not say anything.
Yeah.
You're at their, like, they invited you.
Yeah.
But anyways, then the concert's like in full swing. Every couple of songs, like, Aisha and I would look at each other and we're like, is this really happening? Are we really here? Is this a dream? Am I gonna wake up? Like, fully. And then when they sang When You Look Me in the Eyes,
I'm not gonna lie, I sang along through your Snapchat.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Story.
She had to put music over that because you were screaming. I'm gonna play you guys the video after.
No, I think she posted it without the music,
the first couple seconds.
Because I remember hearing you screaming, and I was like, I know that's Sara.
I have to. And I'm sorry to those that are watching and you can't.
What's that looking me in the eyes, whatever?
It's a song.
Like, how does it go?
When you look in the eyes.
You don't know this song?
Tell me that
yes. Okay, I can know.
So when they sang that, we were like, I was about to cry, like fully cry. That's when I was like, wow, I'm really here.
Yeah. That's a slow motion moment.
Exactly.
So it pans to you, you're like just going off.
And it's like everyone around us because we were in the second row.
Yeah.
So the people that were sitting around, like, everyone was like screaming the lyrics. Like, grown men are screaming. Grown men, grown women. Priyanka Chopra was there. She was like a couple rows behind us.
Yeah.
Which I also recorded her secretly because, like,
when
am I ever going to see her again, you know?
Yeah.
And then the last song that they sang was Year 3000, and everyone like lost their shit. Yeah. Because everyone loves that song. They were like screaming it. And then after that, we had to go. So we missed the last song, which was like a newer song.
Oh, they
basically like
charted the flight like literally right after.
Yeah, and like because there were so many of us, they didn't want us to mingle and mix with the other like concert goers, so they wanted us to leave first.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So like Priyanka left at the same time, so I was right behind her.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because the security guard stopped me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So.
Okay. I wasn't that VIP. Okay? Yeah. And then, then we get back to the flight or to the bus to take us back to the flight. And then we just like, we were so shook that we just couldn't believe it. Then we get back to the apartment and we just sat there on our phones watching all the videos again.
Oh, like back at Aisha's
back
place.
in LA, yeah. And so that was my like crazy experience in Vegas. And then I had a nice Sunday with our friend Zainab and Aisha. Like, we had a girls' day. It was very nice, like super chill. And then I went home on Monday.
You probably like once you got back at your desk and sat there.
I was so depressed.
Yeah.
Damn. Do I really need to be living this life? I could survive in LA. I could just do something. I don't know.
Hey guys, remember, subscribe to the channel. I know. Okay.
Help us live out our LA dreams.
Exactly.
But yeah, so the whole time, because I also had like flight issues on my way back to Toronto, so I was stuck in North Carolina for like 5 hours.
Oh yeah, didn't we have like the snowstorm the day of or day after? Was it day after?
Well, I was supposed to go to Philly, which I was excited about because I love Philly.
You would have been in the airport anyways.
No, but the layover was long enough. Like, even if it got canceled or something happened, like,
you would have been able to go out or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so like I have family there, so it would have been nice to see them too. But no, like the flight was like, they basically delayed the flight so late that I would have missed my connecting flight to Toronto. So I get to the airport, it's like 5 a.m. and I'm like, what do you want me to do? I need to get home. They're like, well, like every other flight is booked, so basically you have to go to North Carolina now at 7 a.m. You'll get there at
so you have to take a flight to Philly, then to North Carolina?
No, so they pushed back the Philly flight. So I basically I got to North Carolina and I was thinking like, I'm sure you could find flights to Toronto. The only other flight was at like 8 p.m. And I got there and it was 2 p.m.
So you have to wait 6 hours in North Carolina? How big is their airport? Was it? No.
It was. I mean, it was big enough.
I wonder if they had any halal options.
Bro, I was okay. So
Nah, they won't have it.
mind you, I left LA at 5 a.m. Like I
Yeah.
left Aisha's apartment at 5. I got to the airport. I get on the flight at 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a protein bar only, and I was
Yeah.
saving it for emergencies. So I had the protein bar on the flight,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I got to North Carolina, because it's a 4-hour flight,
Mm-hmm.
I was so hungry, and I'm like, I need to find food. I saw, so I'm walking around the thing, like I got my friggin' 20,000 steps in
Yeah.
this day. So I saw the Starbucks, but I'm like, they have to do better than. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat Starbucks food.
Yeah.
You know, I'll come back for coffee. I walked around for like maybe an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing, no halal options at all. Everything
Yeah.
was meat. There was a Panera bread. I looked at the menu and I was like, I can't do that.
It's like not even fish. It's like it's so
Yeah, there was no
anti-meat
fish.
or anti-fish.
Then I went to Wendy's thinking that they had fish. No Wendy's.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't
Did
have
they
fish.
not at least have like a McDonald's with
No.
like a fish fillet?
No.
Did they
I
have at
would've
least a
settled for that.
McDonald's?
No, they didn't have McDonald's. They didn't have
In the
anything.
airport?
So then I saw this like random, yeah, they didn't have McDonald's.
Yeah.
Then I saw like a Mexican place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, they have to have shrimp. No,
Yeah,
I
like-
got a friggin' veggie burrito bowl.
What?
And it was,
Wait, they didn't have any shrimp?
no, they had no fish. It was either pork, chicken, beef, or veggie.
I feel sorry for
You couldn't
all you
even get,
Muslims
like, a
out there in
bean
North
burrito?
Carolina, man.
No, it was just veggie. So it was like flavorless grilled peppers with onions.
Yeah.
And then like not even like refried beans. It was just like beans from the can,
Mm-hmm.
like in the water. They literally scooped it out like that.
Ew.
Nah,
like,
man, that ain't it.
Half a cup of rice.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so mad. I was so upset.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I was like, after I finished, I got up to like go back to my my gate,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw Auntie Anne's.
Oh,
Oh,
I love
look-
Auntie Anne.
Auntie Anne's made up for the shitty lunch that I had. And then I got Auntie Anne's. I had 2, and I was already full. So I'm like, whatever. I'll just put it in my
Yeah,
bag.
because you just filled yourself with carbs, and you probably got hungry like an hour or two later.
No, I was actually full the rest of the night.
Really?
Yeah, and then I got my Starbucks drink. I got a
Yeah.
coffee, and that was it.
Okay.
And then I finally got home at like 11
Mhm.
p.m. I went to sleep, and then I woke up like expecting to wake up to the sunrise like I did in LA, but no, it was dark and gloomy, and there's minus 18
Yeah.
outside. So
Like, if you want to give yourself even worse, like seasonal depression, go on a trip for a few days in the middle of California and go to Vegas. See, like, literally the love, not loves of real life. What do you call it? Like your childhood crushes or whatever.
yeah, Nick
And
Jonas
then
was my
come back.
husband. Nick Jonas was my teenage husband for several
Yeah.
years.
And then come back to like working in the middle of a snowstorm a few
But I
days
mean,
later.
I will admit
Yeah.
that when I got back to work, the entire office,
Mm-hmm.
I guess everyone's a Jonas Brothers fan.
Oh, they all just started
'Cause
asking you questions.
yeah, I was showing them videos,
Yeah.
photos, and they were like, "Who are you? Like, how do you have this? How does this happen to you?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I don't know if all of them. Some of them know about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, I don't know if they do. If they just never like asked me about it.
Yeah.
But some of them do know. And I think most of them know about Aisha by now. I think I've told some of them about
Yeah.
her as well. But I was like explaining to them like, yeah, she's she's an online influencer, so like she gets these opportunities all the time. They were like, can you bring us next time? And I was like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if that can happen. But yeah, so that was my trip.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that I would fangirl. Like I really thought, like I planned out the
I thought
conversation.
you were gonna play it cool because Sara.
Yeah,
for the
I
Jonas
really
Brothers.
was like, I'm gonna record them and like have the
Mhm.
clip for the vlog.
I told her before, I'm like, you're going to freeze. I told her.
Yeah, I fully froze. Like fully, like didn't even. And it was funny because like honestly, shout out to Aisha. Like I'm so glad, even though she was freaking out on the inside, she was still able
But
to.
she's like extra extroverted, so
I am too.
and like she's also used to the fact that she's going to be around celebrities and like
she
seeing
freaked out
people,
at the
right?
concert. At the concert, she was like full on, like
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
But in the moment,
Yeah.
it was just me. I froze. I genuinely,
Yeah,
like,
I
Mhm.
think she's definitely like used to just putting
Yeah.
herself out, like
Mhm.
out there and like talking to people. So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that was my experience. And then like as we were posting it on Instagram, a lot of you guys who listen and watch our podcast
mm-hmm.
DM'd her and DM'd me, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to hear all about this in the episode." And I was like, yeah, of course, I didn't tell you guys what happened."
Yeah. And the reason I couldn't film a podcast in that time is because like literally the same week you left, Hogwarts Legacy came out. And I fell into a deep hole where all I played was this Hogwarts like Harry Potter game.
I was like, what did you get up to?
For hours every night. Like I would do work and I would like finish whatever work I had to do at like 11 p.m. and then till like 11 till 1 o'clock in the morning every day I'd be playing that.
On a work night?
On a work night, man.
Oh my god, is it that good?
Of course. It's literally, if someone told me like, hey, if you want, like if we made a Harry Potter game or like a game that took part in that world, what would you want in it? And it's literally all of that and more. Yeah. So I'll show you guys after this. Okay.
All right, fine.
It's like literally everything you want.
Yeah.
You want to fly on a broom? Go ahead. Fly on a broom. If you want to fly around the school, do that. If you want to go into the Forbidden Forest and like fight some spiders, you can do that. If you want to go and like visit, because it takes place 100 years before Harry Potter, the actual game or the movie. I mean,
yeah.
So like you won't see those characters, but at least you'll see the room. The places will look familiar.
Okay.
So like they have like Hagrid's house there.
Is he alive at that point? Is he there?
No, this is 100 years before.
Isn't Hagrid like 75 or something?
It's out of the mathing.
I mean, I meant to say, like, didn't he live past 100?
No, he was just like a regular.
He's not a human.
I think he was like he was like basically a human in the show.
He was like 18 feet tall. How could he be a human?
He wasn't 18 feet tall. He was just a big dude.
He was a giant.
Yeah, we have giants in real life. We have basketball players.
Okay.
Amir.
Okay, but he wasn't an actual giant on the show.
You wouldn't refer to a basketball player as a giant.
He was like, I think he was Hagrid. I think his lore was like he was a mix between a giant and a human. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was not just full human. He was something.
He was something, but still, okay.
I don't know. I just assumed that he would live longer than
No.
100.
Oh. But you at least see his house, and like they had like little like what do you call it? Those tombstone, like in memory of him because he died last year.
Who, Hagrid?
Yeah, the guy who acts as him.
Oh, like in real life.
Yeah, like the real in real life. Yeah.
Oh, but they just put a tombstone.
The guy who plays him. Yeah, like in honor of him, whatever.
That's kind of nice.
But yeah, and like it has everything you want in it. Like if you want to be like, oh, I wonder like what that bathroom looks like in the Chamber of Secrets. Remember when they took the polyjuice or poly? I forget what it's called, something juice to change himself. Like you can go and find that bathroom and you can see like the little inscription to like get into the Chamber of Secrets. You can see there's a little. I'm just gonna nerd out here.
What's that ghost name who lives in that washroom?
Oh, the girl,
the
screaming
Myrtle or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
but she's not there yet because she wasn't murdered yet. Because she was murdered by I think Voldemort. Yeah, when he was going to the Chamber of Secrets. No, because this is before he was born, right? But there is an Easter egg because his grandfather, his great grandfather, is one of the like characters you interact with.
Oh,
who's like a blind boy. He at that point he's not evil at all. Like his great grandfather, of course, no one was really evil. There were evil people, but like his great grandfather wasn't evil.
What is the purpose of this game?
His family was.
What is it out like?
Oh no, like it has a whole different story.
So what are you trying to do in the game?
Well, like in the game, you're a student.
Okay.
You're a student, but you're a student who has like special abilities to see like ancient magic, and then you're supposed to like both be a student, but also try and figure out like the source of this ancient magic, and like you can be corrupt, and how like someone else who also had it. It kind of shows you like flashbacks of how they were corrupted by it, and there's like another dude who comes through and finds the person who was corrupted by it originally. They started storing all this ancient magic into like this little ball and like hid it under Hogwarts. And there's a dude who's trying to get into it because they were able to find one that was outside of Hogwarts and already opened that one and were able to gain a bunch of powers, but they wanted more power. So now they're trying to get into Hogwarts.
So is there like levels to this? Like
yeah, it's like an RPG. So like you can level up, you get all the different spells because you come in as a fifth year. You like learn how to like fight with the spells because you know how in the first few years they were kind of just learning the spells altogether, but they learned to fight with them later. It's like so deep. The story was I feel like the side missions were better, but just the experience overall, like it's like all the stuff that's going on. It just like really immerses you in that world, and like if you're a Harry Potter fan in any form, like you'll love this.
Did you play with your VR headset?
What? No,
VR
it's not a
headset.
VR game.
Oh, that's a shame. I feel like it would have been cooler.
I'm pretty sure someone could probably mod that and make it into a VR game if they wanted to. People can mod anything. You know what mods are, right?
Modify?
Huh?
Like modifying?
I'll explain what mods
Common
are when
sense.
we come back. I'll explain what mods are when we come back after
that
this quick break.
Is that not what it is?
We'll come back. We'll
All
come
right,
back.
all
Okay,
right,
okay. And we're back. Okay, so mods are basically like, at least in the gaming world, mods are where people take the source code of the game and they like modify it so that they can like change aspects of the game. So they can like do things like that, like make a game that's not made for VR and make it a VR game. Or they can like take your different characters and like swap them out for like, they can make like a person in the game who's a regular person into like, they give me a character they can make them a Jonas Brother.
Imagine the Jonas Brothers in the Hogwarts game.
Well, they could do that. Like if
That's
they had a
pretty sick.
model or a 3D model of that, they can put
Yeah,
that in the game.
that's
kind of
pretty
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, and they can like make you fly. Remember back in the day in like GTA and Grand Theft Auto, how you can like make like a flying. You can start like flying in it by putting in cheat codes. Remember cheat codes?
I've never played.
I've played it, but not with cheat codes.
Well, there were cheat codes back in the day where you could enter them and like you can go into like fly mode or
That's
flying
pretty
car mode and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
But mods pretty much do the same thing. Okay, nerd part done. We're done. Well, that's what I was doing for the past 2 weeks, basically.
That's what. Okay.
So did you finish the game then?
Yeah, I finished it now. So,
You
Did you
finished
win?
the whole game?
well, like I finished the story. Technically, I could go through. There's like a bunch of extra stuff, like extra side missions I could do, or like, yeah, like side missions I could do. But I'm done with the story, and that's all I wanted.
So did you like? Do you win? Like what?
Well, yeah,
at the
you
end?
finish your year, you defeat the enemy, and you.
That's it.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, story over.
All right.
Hmm.
So I mean, I feel like my year was already made, and it's only February. Just saying.
Let's just move on to 2024.
Yeah.
We're done with this year already.
Yeah, I don't need to see anything else.
Yeah.
I'm good.
By the way, guys, we'd like to introduce our guest for today.
She didn't even need an introduction. She's already on here. She's been here.
Oh my god. You know what I did want to talk about though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nabat here is, by the way. I forgot to even say that. We got to put a name to the voice. People already know, okay? They already know at this
I'm
point.
on video today, so
No,
you're
but people are
welcome.
listening in audio too. Okay, yeah, the rare moment where we actually got her on video today. Hopefully, how if like something just happens to the video? Okay,
Don't.
actually, no, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not. Okay.
I wouldn't be sad about
Yeah.
it.
But also, finally,
Yeah.
for people, now you have a good reason to subscribe, because we'll be coming out with a vlog, which has taken us a year,
Not a full year. Just
almost
8
a full
months.
year to put together because of
Listen.
Okay,
I don't have Adobe Premiere. Okay. I had iMovie.
I'm just saying,
iMovie is the dollar
you
store
gotta work.
version.
You gotta work with what you have. Okay. Yeah, but we'll be having a vlog of our cottage trip that we took last year in the middle of summer coming out. Why is my audio kind of? Oh, I think it's because of this.
But you know what?
What?
I feel like, we want to start incorporating more vlogs, especially because we only really do fun stuff in the summer.
Yeah.
In the summers, like Ramadan too. I feel like we, if actually no, we want to vlog. I'm gonna say if you guys want to see us vlog, we will vlog. We will.
Will we?
Yeah, I feel
We
like
still need
should.
to do our gym trip, which we've always talked about.
I'm
but
so
you never...
excited for that.
What do you mean? You haven't even talked. You haven't even said when you're gonna do it. Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
I mean, you can't go anywhere. The gym is too full.
Oh yeah, that too.
You can
Okay.
come to my gym.
What?
You can come to my gym.
Which did you go to today?
No, you're gonna shame
You go to
me.
Planet Fitness, don't you?
Is that the one? Honestly, I've
Yeah,
The
it
purple
is.
one.
Yeah.
You don't even know which gym you go to, Sara?
I don't go.
That shows you how often she goes, guys.
I don't go. I work out at home. I don't go to the gym.
Nah, ain't no working out at home. I'm telling you right now, working out at home is a complete lie.
No, it's
Unless
not.
you have the full equipment or whatever.
I do.
Huh?
Yeah, I have my weights. I have my yoga mat.
Why is working at
Nah.
home a problem?
No, you can start, but like I feel like being at the gym just makes you do more.
You just
Makes
use
you
more
do
equipment.
different
Yeah.
workouts. You
But
can
I
still
like-
But
work out
at home you can kind of like loaf a little bit.
No, I don't
I
loaf.
feel like
I
'cause-
want to feel the burn.
Okay, no, because like this is just from my experience. Because remember when COVID happened, we had to work out at home, and like for the first few weeks, I was doing pretty good, but like just being at home and like having to figure out how to do certain workouts that would have been so easy at the gym, and like the equipment's readily available. You don't have to like modify anything. It just like I just lost the motivation to work out as hard as I
Oh.
used to. Because
But that's because of the type of workout. Like you were looking for a workout with weights. Like you can do either like cardio workouts. You can do like HIIT workouts.
But that didn't
home.
work out for me. So what I ended up doing.
Saying. Like you wanted the weights. Like
Yeah.
You can do other stuff and still be like fully.
That's why Amir got into walks. Okay.
Well, I did sort of get into walks like right when COVID happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, well, what I ended up doing was I just stopped doing like lifting weights. I did still lift weights a bit, and I actually got like a bench or whatever. But I moved more into like gymnastics, like calisthenic stuff. Like I got the rings, and I started doing like dips with the rings and trying to like do pull-ups with the rings.
Yeah.
And I realized like,
up there, right?
yeah, and like that at least added a lot more resistance. Like because the issue was that the workouts were too easy because the weights were too light. But when you're working with your own body weight and having to do those workouts, like it adds a next layer of like resistance to it. So that's how I kind of got around it.
I watched videos like with how-tos, so I didn't have to figure it out. I just had to copy the moves.
Yeah, but those
And
were
then-
all like bodies work, like
with
like
weights. I do.
Oh,
them with
really?
weights. Yeah. And I've had a trainer before, so I knew how to do a lot of the movements so that I wouldn't injure myself. But no, I would never loaf. Like if I was gonna work out, I was gonna like give it my all. I wasn't gonna like half-ass it.
Yeah, I think it's more so like you loafed trying to start. So it's the same as either like when you go to the gym, it's like you have to push yourself to go to the gym, or even at home you have to push yourself to start. But once you're in it, like you get into a groove, like you can go through your full workout.
Yeah. You know, today I was at the gym and I almost like did something I probably shouldn't. Okay, so I was at the gym. I was doing like some cable arm workouts or whatever because today was supposed to be pump day, and there was a mom who clearly looked like she brought her daughter for like the first or few times, whatever, and she was doing like lunges across the gym, and like the mom was doing lunges, thinking that her daughter was following her behind her. Her daughter was like, she would do a lunge and then stand up, and then she would do this like I wish I could just stand up and do it, but she would walk and take like shuffle her feet, and then when her mom like looked back, she'd do that thing where she looks like she's setting up to do another lunge.
Yo, she's smart.
And then she would like do one, and when her mom started looking away, she'd just like shuffle more again. So she was like right behind her mom the whole time.
Stop.
And I was like this close, like so close from being like, okay, chill. You actually got to do it properly. I was like, nah, it's not my place.
Yeah.
I
She's a
can't.
kid. How old is she?
She wasn't a kid. She was like, she looked like she was at least like 16 to 18 range.
Oh, I thought you meant like I was like,
no,
why does someone
not
bring
that
their
young.
kid to
Yeah, not that young. Yeah, but
That's
like,
kind of nice to work out with your mom.
yeah, but I couldn't help myself. Like sometimes I can't help myself and I just say something.
You do?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you get comfortable in the gym at some point, you know?
Yeah, that's so unlike you though.
Huh?
For being an introverted, like you calling someone out?
No, when I see people doing something wrong or like they're trying to cheat something, I feel like I have to say something. Like there were some kids who recently came into the gym and they were like trying to do you know why I said something? It's because there's one guy who looked like who was acting like he was experienced, quote unquote, and he brought another dude who was not experienced at all, like first day in the gym.
Oh.
And he like the dude who was supposed to be experienced, quote unquote, he like grabbed some like 70 pounds for doing curls.
Oh my god.
And like 70 pounds for curls with a bar is like, you have to be at least pretty experienced or like pretty strong to pick that up. And he was doing like bicep curls where like his elbows were flaring back. He was like hyperextending his back and like swinging it, and then he was showing his friend to do the same thing. And at that point, like I had to say, I like got up and I was like, okay guys, like this is how you're supposed to do it. First off, drop the ego, drop the weights, like start with 20 pounds, do that, and like make sure you're strict, keeping the elbows in, all that stuff. And like you can clearly tell his what.
Were they brown?
Why'd you cover the mic when you said that?
Because I didn't want it to be on. I'm just picturing it. I knew it was.
Of course, okay. I mean, not of course, you know, because it could have been anyone, okay? But yeah, and it's because of the area we live in, okay?
Toronto, man.
Yeah, but when I see stuff like that, where
Yeah.
you're gonna like cause injury, I have to say something.
Are they appreciative though when you say something?
Yeah, for the most part. Like that guy, maybe because I can't tell after I tell them whatever and I like make sure they're doing it properly. I just like I ghost, I leave, and I like never interact again.
That's so awkward.
Yeah. And like sometimes I'll see I felt so bad about this one where there was these two people who I've always seen for like a year or something. So I was like, I felt a little bit more comfortable saying anything. It was okay, they were brown as well, but it was two girls at this point.
Okay.
And like they were doing deadlifts, or one of them was kind of like showing the others like how to do deadlifts or whatever. But for deadlifts, you're supposed to keep your back as neutral as possible.
Yeah.
And like you're supposed to kind of get into like a squat, almost like your parallel form of squat when you're about to pick it up. But like her back was like kind of curved when she was picking it up. So then at that point I was like, okay, I gotta like step up and say something. But I felt bad because I started off by saying like, hey, I think I see you're trying to show your friend how to do deadlifts, but like let me try and show you how to do. And when that came out of my mouth, I was like, oh shoot, it sounds like I'm saying like you don't know how to teach her how to do deadlifts, and let me teach you how to do it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like it's already too late. I'm gonna show you how to do it, and I never looked in their direction ever again because I felt so bad.
No, you could have just been like, I mean, like I'm just trying to show you a way that you're not gonna injure yourself.
Well, like it's the way that I said it. I felt like I was saying it super condescending, and also like I was standing up with like my chest sticking out.
Amir.
But the reason I was doing that is because I was just doing squats and I was doing deadlifts after, and I my back was already a little bit tweaked from the day before, so I couldn't stand up properly.
Now you look like a typical gym bro.
So I look like a typical gym rat with sticking out like my chest and like my butt sticking out or whatever.
Oh my god,
it was the worst. Okay,
you just made it sound 100 times worse.
It was so bad. But like sometimes your back just seizes up like that. And it was my last set. I was like, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take this hit and just do stretches for the next 30 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. You know what? That's why sometimes I'm like, I should just focus on my workouts.
Yeah.
But because when you're powerlifting and you're doing like heavy lifting, you literally have like 3 to 4 minute breaks between your sets. So, and I have no choice. Like I can look down at which I do most of the time. Like usually I'll listen to a podcast or whatever, or I'll listen to like some breakcore stuff.
I don't even know what that is.
That stuff you guys like really judge me for. Where it's literally just like drum beats and like.
You mean the noise?
Yeah. But yeah. So, but then like you start to wonder. You're like, I naturally start checking people's form. It's just a gym rat in me. Okay.
You sound like you're judging.
I am judging, but like
you told me that the gyms are judgment-free zones.
No, I'm judging in like a positive way. Okay.
How?
Like I'm judging it like, okay, their form actually looks pretty good. Like, and like if it looks off, like I'll see how often they're doing it, and I may or may not say something. Yeah. Let me know in the comments if you guys would prefer someone. I feel like I've already asked that. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean, I think as long as you don't come off condescending, I'm sure everyone would appreciate assistance.
You're so quiet on the mic there. Okay, you're not saying.
Sorry, it's because I was still trying to swallow my
water.
water.
Okay, if you say all that, I'm going to cut all of that out.
What I said was... I was saying I feel like people would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like to appreciate the help as long as it's not coming off in a condescending way.
Yeah.
So just work on
I'm
your
chill
delivery.
On that. You know what?
Just be like, hey. Maybe don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Like hi. Just,
that even says kind of weird. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, practice on us. Like, what would you say?
No, usually I'll go straight into it. I'll be like, hey, I see you're trying to do this. Let me show you how to do it.
You don't say like, how are you? You don't do small talk first? You just go right into it?
Yeah, for the most part.
All right.
Yeah.
I think small
I'm still
talk
an introvert, Sara.
What? I think small talk would creep people out, no?
I don't do small talk.
I don't do small talk
either.
either.
Like, hey, how's it going? I see I'd that you're like, doing this.
Like, this is the time you want to talk. Like, in the middle. Like, I'd be so annoyed.
I don't know.
I really suck at small talk. Like, I do it, but I hate it.
So do I. I don't suck at it. I feel like I've mastered it. I still hate it, though.
See? I don't think... Does anyone like small talk?
Some people.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I do know.
Small talk Susans?
Yeah. Small talk Susans? Did you just make that up right now?
I did.
Yeah. You got like, the Karens and the Susans.
I would rather sit in silence than have small talk.
Yeah, no. Then I am a small talk Susan because actually now I feel like I'm okay with silence. Like if it's silent, it's silent.
Yeah.
You know who's not okay with
Who?
it? My mom. And I've seen her. Like I will never forget. There was this one time we were together and there was awkward times. It wasn't just me and her. There's other people there. But there was like it was awkward silence.
Yeah.
I was the chauffeur. I was driving somewhere. I knew where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
And she like obsessively kept saying, I think you should take this route. I'm like, I have the GPS. Like,
Yeah.
I literally am following it. It's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, no, but I think, and she just kept going,
Mm-hmm.
like insisting that I go other direction. And I'm like, I was starting to get annoyed. So I'm like, do you prefer that I just follow your instructions instead? And then she'll ask me about like I was playing, I think like some kind of like Nashida in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have like another one? Like, what's the singer's name? I don't know. I'm just trying to drop you off at your destination.
She's trying to have a conversation with you. Okay.
No, but then later on our way home, we were talking about it. It was just me and her. And she's like, man, I don't like awkward silence. I don't like, she's like, it bothers me when no one's talking. I'm like, is that why you kept telling me the directions even though I knew where I was going? She's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She's like, I was doing that on purpose. I'm like, but why? Like, just be silent. Like, just live in the silence.
The cheat code is playing podcasts. That's what I do.
I was playing something though. It just wasn't a podcast.
No podcasts that she can listen to.
Unless it's our own, she doesn't listen to them.
You can find some pretty good podcasts. Like, it could be on like the latest news.
Maybe
something that like she can engage with.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do usually. If I'm ever in a car with someone else, I'll be playing a podcast.
That is true.
Yeah.
It used to be 680 News on like level 60 volume.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I still do that every once in a while. If I can't think of a podcast, I'll put that out. Like if I'm in a car with like someone who like doesn't like swearing at all,
like an older person.
Yeah, then I'll put in like the news.
Yeah. Sometimes, that's true. I was gonna say before we end this
Nabat
podcast,
has really bad PTSD with me playing podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh, on the way to the
literally
cottage.
On a 4-hour drive, she listened to one podcast. I was 3.5 hours.
Which one was that?
Like a Joe Rogan one.
At one point, I just felt like it wasn't ending. Like, what kind of podcast is this? Like, is this another episode? Like, I'm so confused. They were just one topic for like 3 hours. At one point, like, fortunately, I come prepared. So I had like something downloaded on my iPad and I just put my headphones in.
Really?
I think I was watching like The Bachelor.
Oh my God.
I think at one point even like, did you like fall asleep?
I fell asleep. It was such a long drive.
You like fell asleep and woke up and you're like, is it still playing? Same podcast. And I'm there saying like, oh, it's very entertaining.
Really? You were into it the whole time?
Yeah, I love podcasts.
So engaged for the entire 4 hours.
It was a good conversation. I can't remember what it was.
I took a nap. I watched a 2-hour episode of Bachelor. I was like, I just had my headphones in at that point. I was like, this thing is not ending. I listened for like the good 45 minutes. Yeah. And then I was like,
it was good. Do you remember what the podcast topic was?
It was talking about, they were comparing Kendrick Lamar's songs.
No wonder.
Yeah.
You should have led with that. Of course he's going to pay attention.
It was a dissect podcast, yeah.
Of course you're going to pay attention.
By the way, I have to like really pee, guys.
I was
really
gonna
badly.
Say, okay, let's take another break then.
Huh?
Because we have to talk about the time we stalked the Jonas Brothers.
Okay.
Should we tell it without him?
Does he know the story?
He was there.
When?
He came with us one time.
At Sheraton?
Yeah.
He was there?
Yeah.
I was there.
Him in a bus. We went another time.
A different time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same week though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
All right. So for those of you guys that know about the Jonas Brothers, they filmed Camp Rock like years ago in Toronto, or
it's like Northern Toronto.
Northern Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah.
But they were staying, their hotel was in Toronto at the Four Seasons. Obviously we knew that. And so why were we downtown this day? Was it like a weekend?
Okay, the day that you went with me.
That was the first day we went.
It was because we went to the university fair.
Oh, okay. So so this was also when we were in grade 11 or grade 12? Grade 11, yeah, because that's when you were applying. You were in grade 10.
No, you apply in grade 12. I think I was in grade 11.
I don't remember. 12. Whatever. Anyways, so we went to the university fair. Aisha was with us, who she was like in grade 9. She wasn't even going to university.
No, I think you guys had this plan because she was like,
it had to have been a weekend.
No, I specifically remember we went to the university fair and immediately went straight to Four Seasons right after. And I think we had that plan. That's why she came with us, because obviously she had no like need of going to the university fair, but I think it was just like we're gonna go there anyway, so let's.
What did she do? Skip school? She had to have.
Oh, maybe it was a weekend then.
It was either a weekend or something. But anyways, we went to The Jonas Brothers
in the
hotel.
summer.
It was in the summer too. Oh, I don't know.
Anyways,
We were downtown. We went to their hotel and we sat in line with a bunch of other girls.
it wasn't even a line.
It was like a group of people.
It was like a barricade.
Did I take you guys there?
No, that was the second time. This is
Oh,
the first time
you
we
guys went
went.
twice?
Yeah.
She went twice.
I went. So at the time, we would follow their every move through this like celebrity gossip blog called Ocean Up.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned this story.
Did I?
I remember searching up Ocean Up and I couldn't find the page anymore.
Did they like get rid of it or something?
Yeah,
I think
it doesn't
Just
exist
Jared
anymore.
Still exists.
Just Jared does exist, but let me
Yeah,
check
you
Ocean
mentioned this story. I told you.
Okay, well, if you guys already know the story, oh, it's in the archives. Oh my god, it's here! Oh my god. No, this isn't it. Just kidding.
Anyways, we stood in front of Four Seasons for hours, and
Yeah.
I could care less.
And you guys saw
I
like
remember I walked around. I went and bought lunch for everybody because they didn't want to lose their spot. And then I think it was a car came
Yeah.
with a Jonas brother family member, not even them.
It was their dad and the youngest brother, Frankie Jonas.
Yeah.
Okay? But the dad was sitting in the passenger seat so we could see him.
Yeah, you couldn't see the back because it was all blacked out, right?
Yeah, it was like the Chevy, like
Yeah.
Tahoes or whatever, Suburbans. He waved and we were like losing our minds. It was their dad.
No, but I think also there was like a few near misses because like I remember a car came. They're like, it looked like there was curly hair in there. Like you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
And then I think one was like
Demi Lovato.
Demi
was in there,
Lovato.
but she like did one of these because we saw her mom in there, so
Yeah.
we knew it was her. And we were like, damn it!
Why was Demi like dating one of them
she
or
was
something?
in the movie.
She was
it was
in
a
the
Camp
movie.
Rock movie.
Oh, it was a Camp Rock movie.
Yeah, when they were filming. And then we saw Stacey Farber from Degrassi.
That was like my highlight because I was
For you.
walking around and I saw her first and I'm like, why is nobody reacting? Right?
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
else knew who she was.
So
except for her.
then everyone else was like still in their line, like waiting. And then this girl came back, like she started walking back from wherever she came. And I was telling them, I'm like, guys, that's the girl from Degrassi.
Yeah.
And like, then some of the girls who were standing next to you heard.
Yeah.
And then they looked over and they ran and to speak to her. And I was like, okay, now I have my opening because I would never go up myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they went and she now stopped, I was like, okay, I'm going to get my picture. And then I went and got my picture. I don't know if you guys joined me.
Yeah, we
but
did because I submitted it to Ocean Up.
okay. Yeah. And then after is when,
This girl's dying.
no, it's because she lived on Ocean Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I remember one time a story came out about one of the Jonas Brothers, and I was like, "Oh, did you hear like something about this Jonas Brother?" She goes, "That's not true because they are in this city right now for like a tour." And I just I was like, "How do you know that?" She's like, "I just saw it on Ocean Up. They just posted it. Like he's in this city doing with this person and this person, so that story cannot be true." I was like,
You guys could have been like such big on like YouTubers just on like talking about things you've seen on Ocean Up.
I know, but we didn't maximize.
But Ocean
Yeah.
Up, honestly, like it was half news and half just people like posting selfies, like sharing their selfies with celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was like a like you submit your stories.
Yeah.
Or they would get submissions, and then people would also submit like photos or concert footage.
Yeah.
So that like it was kind of like a mix of that kind of stuff. But I'm just like, I feel like that was such a lifetime ago. Like that version of me, I was what like.
Well, that version of you came out when you went and met them. Oh, actually, probably not.
No,
feel
not.
like-
It's just the fangirl part.
Yeah.
And then the second time was when we were with Amir and a bus at the university fair. And the university fair was at the Metro Convention Center, and the Four Seasons was like so close. I'm like, we're already downtown. Like we might as well go.
Why were they there again?
They were filming Camp Rock.
It was the
But that
same
was, like-
week.
Oh,
like
the same week?
Yeah, it was the same week. Because I was following
The
on Ocean
only
Up.
memory I have is like of a huge crowd of like girls waiting in front of the hotel.
Yeah.
And then me and maybe I think a bus like just walking away. Like we just like dipped in
yeah,
like went
that was me
somewhere.
too. I was walking around, like exploring what's around the neighborhood.
That's the only flash. And I think I remember seeing like a car come out or something and like Hannah going crazy or something like that. I can't remember what was going on.
Was that with you when she chased the car?
No, that was with me because started running too. I was like, where are we running to?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember like when it was the dad and whoever you said was in the car, they saw them and then immediately every girl just booked it.
Yeah.
And like, and then when they started running and like obviously the car turned onto a main street and they started turning, I was like, wait, I'm about to lose them. So I started running too, and I was like, what is the outcome here? Like, what are you trying to change?
Yeah.
You know what it was? I think it was like I kept seeing people meeting them and posting it on Ocean Up. And so I was like, I'm going to meet them. I'm going to meet them.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's obviously possible. So it was like that hope of like, I'm going to see them one day. And now I did. And I didn't have to chase a car. So
It only took you 15 years.
It only took me 15 years.
Life has a funny way of, giving
Full
what you
circle
want
moment.
when you least expect
Right,
it.
literally. So yeah, that was my story.
Okay, guys. We can just end it there. Then we're good.
Yeah, I mean, unless you guys.
I had another topic, but we'll say that for another day.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully all you fangirls out there, I'm gonna just use a picture of you and just for the thumbnambell. It's gonna be
Me and the
purely
Jonas
Jonas
Brothers
Brothers fans listening to this. But yeah, if you like this episode, make sure to subscribe. That's it. Just subscribe to the channel. Don't do anything else. Just subscribe. You know why I say that?
Why?
I was to a guy who used to like go through the analytics of YouTube, whatever, and like he really knew, like broke it down. It says that if you give people multiple things to do, they're most likely not gonna do it.
Like any of them.
Yeah, you're not gonna do any of them. But if you give them one thing to do,
they'll
most likely do it. And usually you're supposed to say at the beginning or whatever, but it's too late now.
Yeah.
But just subscribe to the channel. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Side note, we're
just
like
subscribe.
less than 200 subscribers away from hitting 4,000 subscribers.
3,000. Okay.
3,000. I was thinking of TikTok.
Yeah.
Either way, if you get us to 4,000, hey.
Yeah.
I
There
will
might be,
personally-
a giveaway
Well,
in your future. Am I giving away too much? Okay, guys. We're just gonna end it there.
all right.
Nabat, you want to say anything?
No.
No. Okay. Bye.
No.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.